And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Anytime you're talking about fundamentals in a market and direction, fundamentals take a little bit of time to play out.
We got crude oil today, kind of trading yesterday's value area really nicely, low to high.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon, traders, friends. Welcome to the market recap. Still Tuesday, January the 25th. I'm John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time. Wow, another day, another opportunity for the equities markets to show their resilience. Our heroes as the market turns, the ES and the Nasdaq, pulled away from the abyss again. Seems like they're hanging in there. Excuse me, sorry about that. We do hope everybody had a good day. The forecast this morning with that and Coach's Playbook and the foundations, and now this. I feel like I've been with you all day long. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Just looking at the markets briefly as we start this recap, crude oil broke out above the bull flag. Spends a little time there, but I'm kind of wondering where the momentum is. We're waiting for the API to come out this afternoon. They're looking for a small change in crude stock of 400,000 barrel boost. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow on the EIA. Probably some speculation as to how that's going to play out. The E-mini and the Nasdaq, our heroes here, buyers are still present. Seems as though they're having a little bit of trouble holding this rally that happened after the early morning session. Took us a little bit lower. Weekly kickoff levels are split by the S&P and the Nasdaq. Looks like the S&P has closed above, Nasdaq closed below. We are waiting for earnings from Microsoft. Don't see that has been released here just yet on the site that I'm looking at. We'll keep an eye out for that. The gold, we had another bull flag breakout that occurred just after the market recap or the market forecast this morning. Brought a pretty decent upside opportunity and a pretty decent close too. The gold has a tendency to have an early move. Excuse me, I am sorry. It has a tendency to have that early move and then just kind of close up for the day. And it's a little bit of what it did today. The euro downside structure is remaining in short time frame, but we did reject below weekly kickoff low. That's going to perhaps provide some information and opportunity for us tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we have the FOMC meeting coming out tomorrow. We're going to have to see how that plays. People I've been watching and kind of following on Twitter, there's a lot of speculation that if they do something wrong, if they say something wrong tomorrow, that's going to put a chill into the market, and we'll have to see again how that plays out. It's going to be an interesting release tomorrow. The 10-year digestion and indecision remain. Of course, we've got the FOMC meeting tomorrow. From what we're hearing, they're speculating on the first rate hike in March. But again, we have to see what happens tomorrow and see what they say. Nat gas stays inside its channel, or Danel, as we named it this morning, in honor of Dan. Remains intact. Volume seems to be increasing, maybe a little bit more energy coming into that natural gas, again, if you'll pardon the pun, contract. Make sure that you like, share, comment, question, feedback, and heckling are always welcome. Good afternoon, David Bill. Left a little money on the table. If only had held it longer. What a game, right? There's always, as Dr. Menaker says, there's always a little bit of regret in everything that we do in trading, even a winning trade. If we don't sell the high tick, we tend to get sad about that, and it's just one of the games that the markets play with us. PD Legend, hello to you as well. Hope you had a good day as well. Ednelson, Jay Wall. So yes, with me all day. Yeah. Well, I hope that that's a good thing. Otto, I still had a good day, but over traded, gave back 30% of my profits. A little upset with myself, but if you had a good day going, you want to keep that good day going, right? I applaud you that you kind of made yourself walk away after losing a certain percentage of your profits, something I talk to personal performance coaching clients about all the time. If you're having a good day, keep going. If you're up $1,000, you risk 25-30% of it. You're still gonna have a good day. You're still gonna walk away a plus player. The difficult part is actually doing so. So Otto, nice job. Bill, yeah, a couple of beers might help, sure. Interferes with your New Year's resolution, though. Well, yeah, I have a resolution every year not to make resolutions. Jay Wall, very good, making lots of notes. With you tomorrow on your group coaching. First one, good. Excellent. Jay, if you're new to Top Step, new to the forecast, new to the recap, all of that, we're glad to have you with us. Our goal is for you to see you succeed. So we'll look forward to a healthy relationship. Welcome. All right. So, kind of looking at the news, it's really all about this comeback in our equities that occurred yet again today. Microsoft is out. It has beat earnings per share and beat on revenues. We'll take a look and see how the Nasdaq has responded to that information. Let's go ahead and take a look. We can get set up here so that we can move seamlessly to the crude oil. And we'll see about this breakout. It wasn't all that impressive, I didn't think. Let's take a look. So this is the daily in crude. Looking at it this morning, we were speculating on whether we were going to get a decent breakout above this bull flag that we've got right here. Okay, we got movement to the upside. We've got a pullback, overlapping ranges, preferably some smaller ranges, but we're going to have to see how this plays out. Of course, on the daily chart, it doesn't look like we've seen much of a breakout, and it doesn't look like much of a breakout in the 30-minute chart either. Here's what it looks like on the 30. Okay, this is our bull flag. We did get a breakout. We did, bring price and close price above this level. My question is, where is the momentum? Where are the buyers up here? And I would imagine a lot of buyers are cautious due to the API and EIA. API tonight, EIA tomorrow. We'll have to see how those play out. But at least we got a decent close. And a decent close outside of the channel, or the Dannel, as we now call them. The S&Ps, we had a big pullback off that low yesterday. We attempted to throw it over the cliff today. Buyers did come in and save us from that. However, taking a look at this 30-minute chart, here's where we were looking to reject the late spike that we talked about this morning. We had our shorter time frame traders successfully seeing price move in that direction. It did not continue in that direction. And where did our move back to the upside terminate? Right back just about settlement. That's peculiar. Our overnight shorts and any shorts that were in the market at that point were probably out, and you can see this market has closed above a weekly kickoff low, but it is still having trouble holding this rally. Yesterday, the rally ended before the day ended before we could see any pullback from the rally. We opened basically right at the base of the late spike, right at weekly kickoff level, and we drove lower. However, again, buyers did come in and bring this market back away from the abyss. Not all that impressed with the close and the fact that the market has been unable to hold that rally. Now, quickly moving to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is closing below the important weekly kickoff level. We have not necessarily been that successful in pulling this away from the abyss. The close is considerably worse than the S&P. Here's the 30. So we opened in range and in value. We could not accept above value and in the late spike. Weekly kickoff high, last week's low resistance. It looks like we're going to be closing near the low end of our range today. So a little bit of a different story. We talked about how different the S&Ps and the NASDAQ are acting and trading. We're going to focus on the information we're getting from each of those products. Doesn't look like we're getting much help from Microsoft here in the NASDAQ either. Gold. We had another bull flag that did offer a decent breakout opportunity. We continue to see this market stair-stepping higher as risk off becomes more and more attractive. Gold has been the greatest store of value in history. Is it going to remain? Are we going to go back into the cryptos, which have taken a bit of a hit this week, but seem to be recovering? Here's the 30. Looking at it this morning before the breakout to the upside, right after the market forecast, we were looking at this saying, all right, well, we've got a bull flag. We're right up against the upper part of the channel or the channel. This is an opportunity to look for shorts, and we did have a decent pullback off of this. But once the market took out the initial balance or that first hour of trade, there were a boatload of stops up there. This market lurched higher and continued to move higher for approximately 100 ticks. That's $1,000 per contract at the highs here. We got a deep pullback off of that, but what once was resistant sometimes becomes support. We got a very deep pullback off of that, but once we got back above it, the market just continued to rotate higher, and we got a really good close. Now, of course, the market is starting to come off as our buyers have gone out to dinner, probably. Okay, here's the euro. We've got some consistency as far as lower lows and lower highs. The market gave us an opportunity here at weekly kickoff low. It did hold below it a little bit, but was finally rejected. So this whole area down here between basically the low of the session today and weekly kickoff low, that we're going to be thinking there might be some fish there if we get the opportunity tomorrow. Remember, we're not handing out fish. You learn how to fish, you'll feed yourself the rest of your life. So here's the market opened with a gap below weekly kickoff low. There was just nothing down here. Volume was very low until we started to bring the market back up, back above weekly kickoff high, close of the gap, and closing back inside value from yesterday. We're going to spend a little time and do a little repair from the profile from yesterday. This whole area down here, very interesting for an execution. The 10-year, very indecisive yesterday, indecisive today, inside extended trading hour range. Look at the range on the 30-minute here. Let's put the profile on there. Small range. Again, basically inside yesterday's extended trading hour range. An attempt to get back up there. Value low from yesterday, resistance. Last week's high, resistance, and off we go. But again, no real change or decision in any of this. We'll see tomorrow how this plays out. Nat gas, a little bit of a recovery off that low from last week. Higher volume. Don't kid yourself. Part of that is due to rollover. But we did see an increase in open interest last night, I should say, of 12,000 contracts. The front month, or Feb, lost 6,000. We added 12,000. So there's still some money coming into the long side here. Let's see what the 30-minute looks like. So here's our channel. Look to it before the open. Looks like we may have left the opening range at the low of the session. It held. Just another rotation through this whole channel. Did we get good opportunity today? We didn't really get too close to this trend line, nowhere near this trend line. Would have been a tough trading day for me today because I didn't see anything that I could really count on to limit my risk, other than the fact that we may have left the opening range at the low of the session. When that happens, it offers us an opportunity to limit risk. Hopefully, it wouldn't be too big of an opening range, and until it breaks, we can make an assumption that buyers are in control. Double distribution trend day today, however. So tomorrow, if we open between this high volume node and the point of control, which is a high volume node, we may fall into repair early in the session before the FOMC numbers come out. So I'm so proud of myself. I did not get the echo here this afternoon. I had the echo this morning on the market forecast, and I do apologize. It's probably a little annoying, but PD, over trading and scalping too much is my biggest issue. Trying to cut it down, but finding it hard to stay in a position. PD, one of the things that you might want to think about is if you're using a very short time frame chart, there's going to be a lot of noise. And a lot more what are going to appear to be opportunities or changes in the market that may not be so strong or so definite. Think about your chart choice. Maybe a little bit longer time frame would help you find bigger opportunities and help you stay in some of those trades a little bit longer, especially the winning ones. You only want to hold on to the winning ones. Rusty, this Top Step offer training, we've got a degree of training that we're going through right now. It's Top Step. If in doubt, zoom out. There you go. It's something we're doing on YouTube. It's Top Step Trading Foundation. It's the basics of futures trading. We're working on creating a whole lot more educational opportunities for you. Do we offer training? We do have group coaching that's available on Mondays and Wednesdays. During Foundations, group coaching is going to start at 11:30. I'm sorry, 1:30. I'm going to grab the link for group coaching, which you'll be able to join tomorrow if you want to. And there's the link. And then we're about halfway through Top Step Trading Foundation. But here's the link if you'd like to join tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about fundamental information, which everybody should keep an eye on, but it's not necessarily going to help you in day trading. But the following day, we're going to be talking about volume and open interest and a little bit of an introduction into Delta. That's going to be a good one. And next week, we're going to be talking about indicators and tools, introduction to the market profiles and volume profiles, business planning, and finally on Thursday, the last day, a trading plan. What does it look like? What are we thinking? So it's there's opportunities. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel. And hang on, I can bring the link up for you. There's actually a couple of links. Here's one of them. The past ones are recorded and they are available on YouTube. I just sent you the link to our YouTube site. Look for playlists, find Trading Foundation, and you'll be able to see them from the beginning. I don't know about your experience in futures trading. This is all very basic stuff, and like I said, we're going to be adding more and more content and opportunities to learn more and more as time goes on. They are posted to our YouTube for those that cannot attend the live webinars. Of course, Patrick, they are available. By the end of the day, they're presented. Okay? All right. So we have Microsoft, obviously. We have good earnings from there. Texas Instruments beats. Canadian National Railroad beats. Capital One Financial beats. Logitech beats. Some pretty decent earnings coming out today. We'll have to see how things continue to play out, of course. I always like to check out what's going on this day in history. What do we have here? On January 25th, 1905, the world's largest diamond was found. A 3,106 carat diamond weighing 1.33 pounds. Jeez. How'd you like to carry that on your finger? 1924, the first Winter Olympics started today. We go positive here. 1988, Paul McCartney is released from a Tokyo jail and deported from Japan. (1776), the first national memorial is ordered by Congress. It was a memorial in honor of Brigadier General Richard Montgomery. What happened in this day in music? 1964, on this day, the Beatles had their first number one bestseller in the U.S. with "I Want to Hold Your Hand." Led Zeppelin, 1974. Today appeared in the Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, Indiana, to over 17,000 fans. A ticket was $8.50. $8.50. Now, I don't know if you know this, but this right here, that is a unused ticket to a 1977 Led Zeppelin concert. It was supposed to be presented at the Chicago Stadium, but they canceled the rest of the tour after Robert Plant's son Carrick died of a mysterious virus. And the face value on that ticket is $10. You imagine going to see a concert like that now for $10? 1975, the Carpenters went number one on the U.S. singles chart with their version of the Marvelettes' It's 1961 hit, Please Mr. Postman. If you don't know the Carpenters, Karen Carpenter had one of the silkiest voices. I just can't say enough. And when I was a kid, I hated them. They were too mellow. That's about it for that. Any notable birthdays? Alicia Keys, 1981. Happy birthday, Alicia. You guys remember? Probably not. Etta James. She was born today in 1938. That's about enough for that. No problem, Rusty Golfer. Norman, good to see you. No offense, John, where's Dan? Dan is busy working on another project this week. You're going to be stuck with me for the recap. Sorry about that, but always good to see you. Jay, thank you for your time as always. My pleasure. I appreciate you trusting me with your time. The Coyotes, haven't seen one in a couple of days. Yes, Lacey is watching the... Oh, Janet is watching. Inflation. Clearly she's watching the recap. All right. So, in honor of the old days when Dan and I used to do the recap together, I always used to do a dad joke. I'll do a dad joke today. You guys want to hear a dad joke? It's always good to end the day with a good laugh. I hope this is going to be a good laugh. Dad jokes tend to be pretty corny, but I told my wife that a husband is like fine wine. We just get better with age. Yesterday, she locked me in the cellar. All right, that's enough of that. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah, Alicia. Yep. Hey, who doesn't love dad jokes? All right, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to move on. Get some rest. Tomorrow could be a huge day. FOMC. What else we got coming out? I know we got a couple of things here. This is today. What do we got coming out tomorrow? There's a lot coming out. International trade in goods, new home sales, EIA petroleum status report, FOMC announcement tomorrow. The next day we got GDP. I mean, we're looking for big numbers, big releases. We got them. Make sure you watch yourself. Get some rest. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. As Dan says, wash your hands. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on the market forecast, 7:45. I'll be there. I was so excited about trading today, I couldn't sleep. I just got up early and just watching the markets and checking things out. I'm probably going to have to do the same thing today, too. Far in advance of FOMC, do we need to be flat? If you are on a live account, you're going to need to be flat at least 1 minute before and 1 minute after. All right. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everybody. As always, looking forward to tomorrow. Again, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 7:40.